We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
We have someone live with us from Qatar, right?
Yeah, we've got Chuks up here on the line. Chuks, good morning.
Hello, Chuks.
Hi, good morning, guys. Good morning, Ado. Good morning, family.
How are you today?
Wait, first start. Is it because you are in Qatar, but your voice is sounding like, really polished and all that? What's going on?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Nice to be with you guys this morning.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Okay, so Chuks, we've got a few questions for you, right? So you are a fan watching the FIFA World Cup, so it means you've had all the excitement. Let's start off with, I remember you sent me a message, it was last week Friday, after the Brazil-Croatia game, and you said, I'm currently at the stadium where Argentina would play the Netherlands, and it's crazy that Argentine fans are screaming and celebrating Brazil's ouster. How was that feeling like? Let's start with you.
Yeah, it was interesting because everybody literally stopped you have like your entrance procedure into the stadium, and like the fans just stopped, left there, went to the big screens to go watch the penalty shootout. And the moment Brazil lost, there was like everywhere it was crazy. There was noise, dancing, celebration, everything. And it was surprising to know that even the fans from Argentina are so invested for me, they've been like the most active fans here. They're so invested that they are also looking out for what is coming up next for their team because they are hoping to get the trophy. So it was interesting. The atmosphere has been really electric here, and that's it.
All right, so let's build up to the final, right? Argentina against France. Now, you spoke about how eccentric the Argentine fans have been. Have French supporters also shown that enthusiasm moving to this final game?
Not as much as the Argentine. I think in terms of fan power, fan noise here, the Argentine have been at the top from what I've observed. And the only people that have come close to them have been the Moroccans. Because they have a lot of Arab people here, so the Moroccans have also been like the loudest apart from the Argentines. Every other team has just been very moderate in terms of fan support and fan power. So as it stands now, if you are going to give the title based on how the fans are behaving here, they have to be going to the Argentines, because in the stadium they are as much as, I'm not exaggerating, at least 80 to 85% of the fans in all the games that I've watched for the Argentines have been like Argentine fans, and you hardly even see fans from the opposing team in the stadium.
How important is Messi for Argentina? The supporters, how much have they been behind him for this FIFA World Cup?
It's crazy to see how they revere him as a player. One of the things I have picked up is the Argentines have different celebration songs. They have what they do when their team is under pressure. They have the song they sing when they are attacking, and then they have one that they sing where Messi is on the ball. And if you watch them all of day, they do the whole bowing, just moving like I think they're bowing, and then they have like two songs from Messi. So it's been crazy. And when I was listening to you talk about the Adidas news for Messi jersey being sold out, I would understand that, because everyone you see in the stadium, and not just Argentines, I've met people that came all the way from China just because they wanted to watch Messi, and they had to go through a lot of things just to get the Messi jersey and to be in the stadium to watch him. So he is on another level in terms of how the fans connect with him and how they respect what he gives off on the field.
Well, Argentina will take on France, right? Kylian Mbappe has been the star of the show for France, right? They've got the record scorer Olivier Giroud, but Mbappe and Messi, top scorers at this tournament. From your point of view, from what you have seen so far, let's assume they both have a good final game and one of them comes up victorious. Who do you think will get the MVP for this tournament based on what they've done?
I would slightly edge towards Messi because, in all honesty, even though I'm not much of a fan, he has done a lot for the Argentine team in this World Cup. There's a difference between watching him on TV and watching him live. You can see all the things that he does when he's not on the ball. When there is action on another side of the field, you can see even his aggression towards like playing football on the field. He has done like that extra thing. So except Mbappe has like a very exceptional final where he maybe scores a hat trick or so, I'm assuming, or I'm thinking that it's going to go to Messi.
Now let's put a zip on the football. Let's go to your experience at the FIFA World Cup. Now, you know there are a lot of stories, Chuks, coming out before the FIFA World Cup. No public display of affection, no drinking of alcohol at the stadium, no LGBTQ stuff. What have you experienced so far? Let's start off first with dressing. Let's start off with dressing. Women, men, have people been appropriate in their dressing in Qatar?
I think it has been a mix. For the locals, they dress in the way a lot of people already know they do. And for the fans, they dress also the way they dress where they come from. I've seen people in very short dresses. I've seen people in long dresses. And everyone is just enjoying the atmosphere at the stadium. I think the security folks here have been really chill. A lot of the things that aren't even allowed. I have witnessed one or two of them, and then the security folks just let them just go as long as they are not trying to cause a problem or cause an issue. So in terms of dressing, it's been a mix of everything that is allowed and a little bit of what isn't.
When you say things that are not allowed, one or two, what are those things that you saw?
So, for example, I have seen the public display of affection. I've actually seen a couple kissing in the stadium, and it's funny because we were sitting close to the VIP box, so you would see that you had some of the quote-unquote elite Qatari people. At least that's what they seem like to me. They're in the VIP box, and we're in front of them, and you have an Argentine couple kissing just right there in the stadium. And the security guy was close to us, and nothing happened. I've also seen that happen like in the streets, not in the stadium, in the fan area, and I haven't seen any form of arrest or any form of aggression towards that. So that's something that I've seen.
How about the alcohol?
Also, in terms of the dressing, yeah, go ahead.
How about the alcohol? I was going to ask about the alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol. That's the only thing that I haven't seen in the stadium area. I did see something that looked like alcohol, but when I did find, I think it was apple juice because it also has that kind of brown look. But there has been alcohol in like places far from the stadium, like restaurants and stuff like that, but not in the stadium area. The only thing allowed in the stadium area are like the cola drinks and water that are from the sponsors of the Mundial.
Are there parties at this FIFA World Cup? Like, because they made it seem like, everyone just follow the rules. We don't want you to celebrate. We don't want you to make noise. Don't disturb our streets. Watch your football and go home. Have there been parties at this FIFA World Cup?
It's been an unending party rave, in my opinion. I got here close to midnight, and as at 1 a.m. you see fans from different places playing football. At 1 a.m., you have fans from different places doing barbecue, and other fans come there and have free drinks. You have actual parties with DJs at different fan parks, and at the stadium, 1 hour before the game, you have like actual DJs and celebrities that throw parties, and you have the fans dancing. And when it's time for the game, the fans go in, and then after the game ends, they come back and they continue. I've witnessed at least 2 of that. And then you have the Arabia events where you have like the top of top celebrities, Offset, the baby. I think even Benny Benassi was there yesterday. So it's like an unending party. Whatever time of the day, morning, afternoon, night, there's a rave going on somewhere, and you have fun celebrating and just having a good time.
How about the situation around the locals, the Qataris? Because we spoke about security personnel and the organizers, but how would you describe the Qataris? How welcoming have they been for fans watching the FIFA World Cup?
I think they've been very nice. They've been actually very nice. When you go to different places, you meet them, they talk to you. Yesterday I was at the local market where you have like a lot of local artisans and stuff like that.
What did you go to buy?
Interact with them. They are really... I also should get some of their local dressing because I'm hoping to dress to the third place match as like a full Qatari dressing, so I had to go to their local market, and you mix with a lot of them, and even they tell you to try this food, try this out. They tell you should go here, check this out. They are really, really welcoming. which that's like the part that was surprising for me because I thought there would be like just a wall between the fans and the locals where everyone is keeping their distance, but from male to female, everyone is just mixing with the fans, mixing with the spectators, and having a good time. It's been lovely.
All right, Chuks. In one of our previous editions, we had the veteran journalist Kunle Solaja on the show, and Solaja spoke about a lot of things. But he says by far this is the best World Cup in terms of technology. Now I know you've got a knowledge of IT, right? Right. So, what's your assessment of the technology at this FIFA World Cup in terms of the stadium design, in terms of the Wi-Fi, in terms of information, general movement, communication in a whole? How would you rate it, IT-wise?
I would give it a very solid 8 because they have really leveraged technology from the point where you enter, and I've done a bit of traveling, this was new for me, from the point where you enter the airport, going through immigration, you don't actually interact with an individual, it's all computerized. So the thing scans your passport and takes your picture and then opens the door for you. You go in. Everywhere you go, there is like free Wi-Fi for guests, and the password is just Qatar 2022. So I haven't even though I got a local SIM, I haven't had to pay for internet. And then things like transportation, everywhere, apart from seeing the games, I've also tried to explore the city. Everywhere you go, your hire card is kind of linked and you get free. So they've really done well in terms of infusing technology. Even the stadiums, it's a desert area, you'd expect it to be very hot, but it's the opposite because the stadiums are cool, and it's because of the whole AC thing they did. So I think they have leveraged technology a lot to ensure that people enjoy the Mundial to as much as they can.
You're still single, right, Chuks?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Have you gotten any?
Why are you asking?
I'm only just curious. I don't know because you said so many nice things about Qatar. I'm just wondering if after all those things you've said, if you collected any phone number.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Share with your friend. Share with our listeners. Share with anyone who's hearing you talk about this wonderful experience. Because you're probably no modest. When you're chatting with me, you're going, see my girls, see beautiful people, and then you're forming. Oh my!
No, I mean, it's interesting. You know, when you have different people from different parts of the world, it's only natural for you to see both a lot of good-looking women, and I think that's like something you'd also get to enjoy here. Of course, you can't break their laws or their rules and start doing indecent stuff. But yeah, it's a breath of fresh air to see a lot of nice people. I'll put it that way around. So, yeah.
Okay. My last question before I let you go, Chuks. Tomorrow you're going for the third place game. That's Morocco against Croatia. Now the Moroccans, they've done an incredible achievement, making it to the semi-final. They could be the first African team on the podium. We spoke about the support from Africans, right? Support from the Arab nation.
Yeah.
Do you think Morocco can go all the way, beat Croatia in tomorrow's third place game and claim the bronze medal for Africa?
Yeah, I actually think they can, because seeing the way the Croatians played against the Argentines, I don't think they were on the level at which the Moroccans have put on so far. If they can get Saiz to be fit for the game, I think they are going to comfortably win the Croatians, because watching the Croatians play, their forward line is not as fluid as you would expect. They get a lot of balls from the midfield and they would rather go sideways instead of going into the box. So, and the Moroccans are defensively disciplined. And then you add that with the fans, support from both the locals and even their own fans. I think that they have what it takes, and I really do hope that they get on the podium. So that would be a very good consolation for all of the good effort they put so far in the World Cup.
Who wins the final for you, France or Argentina?
France all the way.
Ah, my man, that's it. That's my man. Finally, we agree on one thing.
It just has to be France. Like I said, I share the same sentiments which you have this morning, and it would be nice to just be France winning. So.
Okay, thank you very much, Chuks Opia. Talking to us all the way from Qatar. What city are you? Where are you located? Where exactly are you located?
I'm in Doha. It's a one city World Cup, which is nice because you're just 2 hours. You're at the stadium, whichever stadium you're going to. The fan area that I'm in is called Al Janoub, so it's close to the Al Janoub Stadium.
All right.
They have other fan areas, fan accommodation areas, but I'm currently in Al Janoub.
Okay, well, enjoy your stay in Qatar and best of luck. I hope you get lucky.
Yeah. Thank you. It was nice talking to you guys. Bye.
All right.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.